Greetings and welcome back once again to my channel. This is Madame Sarkany, Sarkany. Lately I've been doing some Viking rune readings and Viking oracle readings, but I've deleted the readings after publishing them because A, they're extremely long, and B, after sitting back and taking a look at them, I noticed a couple of things that I wanted to rectify, and every time I tried to edit my videos, I couldn't, and I didn't want to mislead the public because there were some important additions onto those videos that I just refused to post the readings without those additions. So for the collective today, we have Ragnarok, and we have the 9 Worlds. Whoa, this is heavy, because if you know anything about Norse mythology, Ragnarok is supposed to be the destruction of all the 9 realms. So what up? And then peace. Okay. And Berkano or Berkanu. Okay, so this is a trip. So somebody's going through some heavy duty changes here, and I'm gonna elaborate on this. Okay. Ragnarok, the 9 worlds, Friðgyrd, and Berkano. I'm gonna elaborate on that in a minute, but I've learned from experience to make these videos a little bit short. So this is the Druidic Tarot, and I'm literally mixing Celtic and Norse methods of divination today because they've pretty much evolved around each other. The world. Okay, so we have a major end to a cycle here. And the 5 of Stones, feeling somewhat left out, and the Hierophant, having to do things the right way, and the Empress. I would say that that is a lot to handle for one reading. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to pull a Celtic tree oracle card pertaining to the Celtic and Druidic tree poem or alphabet to help us with this reading. And we have the ash tree, which is also recognized as the world tree. So it's really strange that we would get the ash tree here. And on top of that, I'm going to pull a couple of runes for the collective in order to assist us in our reading today. Past, present, future. This is Perthro. I make my own runes. Well, that's what you want for your future. Foundation. Oh my god, I got Perthro again twice. I remembered that I created 2 runes for Perthro because one was faded. Wow. Twice? That's the foundation and the hopes. Okay, what is the obstacle? Hagalaz and the outcome. Now these. I got now these is the outcome for the collective yesterday. And then I just picked Dagaz or Dagaz again. That's twice in one reading. Same rune. Okay, so let's put this all together. I'm going to shut this off and I'm going to lay out the first cards first so I don't take up like 12 or 15 minutes here. 1 second. This reading with Ragnarok, the 9 Worlds, Friðgyrd, and Berkanu, which I can't get off my fucking table right now, excuse my language, Berkanu, are all about the destruction, a major catastrophic event or events, series of events that occur that this create absolute upheaval in one's life and destroy many factions of one's life, but are replaced with a period of peace and prosperity, not even prosperity, but peace and calmness before one moves on to a massive new beginning. So let's take it like this. Ragnarok, the 9 worlds. This is the destruction of all elements. This could suggest an actual natural disaster in your neighborhood that will cause a lot of destruction, but you can rebuild. Number two, this could be the dissolution of a family type of situation that's impacting a relationship. And once the players in that situation no longer have any input, there is the opportunity for fertility, childbirth moving forward, but one must be secretive and silent about their movements forward. This could also suggest a major world affair that causes a lot of disruption and eliminates a lot of players. And in your friendship network, this could have to do with the dissolution of a friendship network that has a very strong structure in your life where you're going to lose a lot of people. Now, in this story, Ragnarok, this is all about death, rebirth, and renewal. And in this story, everyone pretty much dies except for two humans. Leif and Leifthrazir hide inside of the world tree while all of this is going on. Two sons from Thor, one son from Odin, and Baldur, the god of light, reemerges out of the darkness. So we have some major changes here happening in the cosmos. Friðgerd was known as a sacred place where all warriors, all gods would have to drop their swords. There could be no bloodshed here. So moving forward, there can be no hostility. There can be no aggression, because rebirth and starting new are absolutely imperative to this new chapter. And in the tarot card reading, we got the world, and this world tree appears 3 times in this reading, which means that what you do is connected to other people, and what other people do is connected to you. Everything's connected, but this is all about past, present, future. This is about divine intervention. This is the end of a massive phase and the beginning of a new phase. The Empress here came at the end. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, suggesting that at the end of this massive phase, you're going to feel like you're left out. You're going to feel alone, but really it's all part of the process. This person's sitting here by a whirling pool of magic. They are going to absorb help from nature around them. In the Ragnarok story, the earth gets absorbed by the ocean, and then it reemerges in the light. Some of you, this suggests that everything from this point forward is going to take an ethical and moralistic undertone. In addition to that, you're going to require the assistance and consultation of someone in your life in order to assist you in transformation and accumulating wealth and abundance. In addition to that, the Empress energy might also be a female who assists you, and might also symbolize a birth in combination with Berkanu. Then we have the world tree here that I chose, Nguyen Ash, which suggests to me that the letter N is important in this reading, not only because of the world tree here, but also because of Na Tees or Na Now This. This rune here is symbolizing of the letter N, and it's the last rune of our reading. So the letter N might be very closely associated with a person, place, or thing that is pinnacle to this major breakthrough that you are going to be encountering. The ash tree, also recognized as the world tree, is closely associated with magic and language, communication, knowledge and wisdom, and gifts from the gods. It's also known as the fire bearing tree, fire creating tree. So when you have now this, you have 2 sticks that are rubbed together in order to create fire, and it comes right after Hagalaz. Hagalaz in this reading is the rune that symbolizes the obstacle. Hagalaz is absolute storm, absolute blockage, absolute chaos. It's about holding your position, waiting till things change, and just weathering the storm. And now this is about getting rid of what no longer is necessary, eradicating what's no longer necessary, and only paying attention to what you need, not getting absorbed in desires and greed and selfishness. It could also suggest the coming of new love and a new partnership. So out of all of this change, this huge breakthrough, you might actually meet somebody new after all this. But either way, the gods will intervene in order to give you the necessary gifts to start a new chapter in your life, while everybody else is just totally overwhelmed. And this entire situation probably started when you decided to stick to your truth, to shine brightly, you received some type of enlightening messages, you received an opening guidance through the darkness. So everybody else is engulfed in trial and tribulation, but yet you've got this divine force of nature, this luck in your favor, helping you weather a very drastic storm. The world tree, in many aspects of this reading, suggests to me that you are protected and that you will be healed, and that all of this is a form of divine intervention. It is a way of clearing the weeds from the thrush. Dagaz was the last card pulled out of the entire series. And if you remember, in the Ragnarok series stories, after all the destruction, Baldur, the god of light, reemerged. The last rune in the reading, now this, was about bringing fire through gifts of God. Dagaz is that light, that breakthrough, that happiness, that solidifying that good things will come for you at the end of this situation.